fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come help now.
4601
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no. Oh no.
Apartment.
It's an apartment.
What apartment number?
Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking at her right now.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone.
Philadelphia Fire Department 842. What's the address? No,
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please hurry.
4601 Flat Rock?
Yes.
What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now, just on the floor with blood. Like she's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. Do I bring her?
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay, do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there.
Thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, we are going over an absolute insane case tonight. This was brought to my attention last night by Pookie, channel member Pookie. Hey, if this would not be a Publicly Buzzed live stream without technical issues, my friends. Yeah, thank you all for letting me. I'm glad I looked over a chat at least for a second there. I would have went through this whole damn thing with no sound. Thank you so much. But yeah, everyone, tonight I'm going to be going over Ellen Greenberg case. This was actually covered on the Grizzly True Crime channel yesterday. Extremely well done. But again, Pookie, the member, brought this to my attention. I know Dago, True Crime with Dago, did this as well last week. But yeah, this is something that is absolutely mind-boggling. Ellen Greenberg is still actually on the books and ruled currently as a self-inflicted death. She was stabbed 20 times, numerous times in the back of the head and the neck, in the neck, and a lot of those stabbings would have actually made her basically unable to do the last stab, which was in her heart. And again, it is actually still labeled as self-inflicted, which is mind-boggling. Her parents have not given up the fight. They are still fighting to get some kind of justice in this case. We're going to go over this case. Her fiance at the time, Sam Goldberg, has moved on, in his own words, as even saying to the parents 2 years after this. And he, I would imagine, let's say allegedly here, but it's got to be suspect number one. Yeah, but down in the description, guys, there is a petition for change.org for justice for Ellen Ray Greenberg. Please go check that out. That's for the parents to get all the signatures they can get. They're trying to get 200,000 signatures. They're currently 152,000. And then also there was a GoFundMe that's down there as well for justice for Ellen. And that is for legal costs for this family that are still trying to get, again, justice for something that is almost, I mean, I don't know how you could look at this case and not think it's a homicide. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it, guys. And sorry about that mishap there at the beginning. Jamie, I see you're in here. Dober Dad, Willow, Wandering Orphan, thank you very much. Everybody banging out. Hell yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to jump right in here. Let me switch over, make sure that the internet over here has sound. Yeah, it does. Cool. Lord. I'll tell you what, again, this would not be a Publicly Buzzed live if there wasn't some issues, guys. Earlier I had a crazy issue. Dan, again, is not going to be here tonight. He's got some stuff going on, but I had to get him to come in and do a little bit of IT work for me. So hope everyone has their drinks ready. So we're going to dive into this thing here. Again, anybody that has not seen the one that was done by Grizzly True Crime yesterday, go check that out, because she murdered this as well. And she's got a big enough channel where hopefully she can get some eyes on it, because it needs all the eyes that it can get. This article right here is from January 26th of this year. Again, her parents are trying to get up as much steam, as much media attention, And word of mouth is possible currently. Just going to read through this article here from Fox News just a little bit. Ellen Greenberg was found stabbed to death in her Philadelphia kitchen during a 2011 blizzard. She was a first grade teacher also, by the way. And on this day, she had went home early with gruesome injuries that initially suggested homicide. It was initially actually marked as homicide, ruled as homicide. The very next day, though, we're going to go through this, but the very next day, the police, at the insistence of the police, this was ruled self-inflicted, which again, anybody with two eyes and a brain can see that that is absolute horseshit. But after a closed-door meeting, according to her family, authorities reversed course and labeled her death self-inflicted. Thursday marks 12 years since the shocking death of 27-year-old teacher, and her family is still questioning the circumstances and conflicting evidence. Excuse me. She had been stabbed 20 times, with 10 of those wounds to the back of her head and neck. Look at this picture just right here. Yeah, and again, some of these wounds would have been so bad, she would have not been able to. She would have had brain issues instantly, some brain damage, and some of the stabs to the back of the neck would have severed something to where she wouldn't have been able to use her limbs properly to do these front stabbings in a self-inflicted way, which, again, anybody would tell you that's horseshit. Greenberg's fiance, Samuel Goldberg, told police he came home January 26, kicked in the locked doors. We heard in the 911 call in the opening part there. We'll go back and listen to that. I'm actually going to go to Grizzly's stream or her video from yesterday to play that. It's the entirety of that 911 call, and it'll make your blood boil, quite honestly, this 911 call. Yeah, we'll go over that here in just a second. Getting a little bit of ahead of myself here, guys. Thursday marks 12 years since the shocking death of the 27-year-old. And the family is still questioning the circumstances about the conflicting evidence. She has been stabbed 20 times. Again, I'm reading this again. Goldberg's fiance, Samuel Goldberg, told police he came home January 26, kicked in the locked door to their apartment, and found her dead with a knife stuck in her chest, leaning against a kitchen cabinet. And again, on surveillance videos from this apartment complex where they lived, there's no one on the cameras coming or going except for Samuel, who leaves to go to the gym, only to return to find Ellen in this manner. We're not going to give up until we get justice for our daughter. Joshua Goldberg told Fox News Digital Thursday, justice for Ellen is what this is all about. Ellen was and is a person, and she has rights as a person, and we're going to fight for those rights. And that's what makes this so messed up, I think, ultimately, is that she's basically just been thrown to the wayside by people like Samuel and his family. Samuel has higher up family within Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. And this right here, this man right here, James Schwartzman, is who he called first before he called 911. He didn't even call 911 second. He called this man's son, his cousin, second, and then called that phone call that we heard at the beginning of the show, the 911 call. It's so many red flags all over the place here. Again, the change.org petition calling on the Pennsylvania Attorney General to reopen the case has surpassed 150,000 signatures. Again, go down into the description. Please fill that out, if you will. Her family is moving forward with the 2 lawsuits against the Philadelphia officials, and an independent investigation is underway. Again, we need to get as much fire under this case as possible. The first lawsuit is seeking to have her cause of death revised from a suicide to a homicide, or undecided. Undecided would even be better than what is currently there with the self-inflicted ruling, right? Generally, we would like it to be homicide and get someone brought to justice, but at least undecided would say we don't know what the hell's going on here officially. A separate, more recent civil suit also accuses several officials close to the case of a conspiracy to cover up Greenberg's homicide, as according to the family's attorney, Joseph Poderazzo. I wonder what he's thinking about now, huh? What's old Sam thinking now? All this is starting to crop back up again. I believe he's got a wife now and a new family. This guy was a producer with NBC, I believe a producer with the Golf Network or the Golf Channel. Again, higher ups, and this man is still around out here. He's a judge currently, I believe. President judge of the Pennsylvania Court of Judicial Discipline. Okay, this guy shouldn't be in control of any kind of discipline, period. Let me just look here in the chat just for a second, guys. Anyone just popping in here, really appreciate it. Please hit like. That really helps me out, guys. If you're just chilling, gets me out into the algorithm. And please share this as well. And if you're not subscribed to Publicly Buzzed, please get subscribed to Publicly Buzzed. Really appreciate it. Let me check the chat out here just for a second, guys. And sorry, I'm just trying to get through this here. I don't have Dan to back me up. He might be in the chat here randomly. Oh, I got your drink in the smoked Dober, Dad. Hell yeah, nice to see it. Cecilia, spilled beans. Nice to see what's happening. Yeah, Ellen's parents are absolutely incredible. Island girl, still fighting for some sort of justice. And there's so much messed up stuff going on. Let's see here. There's Ricky Cougarback popping in here. I see some drama happening too. It's always going to be a little bit of drama happening. Well, thank you everybody. Fat Baby Toodles. Appreciate it. Yeah, the only drama that anybody should be having right now is being pissed off at Philadelphia, the system that's going on there currently with higher ups, and the Sam Goldberg fuckface. Podraza told Fox News Digital Thursday he expects the court to determine whether the first case will go to trial within the next 3 months. As the second lawsuit, the defendants have raised legal challenges, he said. They're saying the actions discussed in the complaint are protected by high official immunity. And that's usually how it goes, right? That type of immunity protects public authorities from lawsuits stemming from discretional decision-making in their official capacity. So basically it can't backtrack on you. Our position is pretty straightforward. None of these public officials are authorized to commit crimes. There's a tweet from January 26th at the 12-year point and mark for Ellen, as she had again passed away from obviously not homicide. A lot of really crazy things though, but I saw one of the most interesting things was that he did not call Sam did not call 911 immediately. That's a huge red flag right out the gate. He made 2 calls, and one of them is to a powerful politician who was his uncle, James Schwartzman. And then the very next day, I got some notes here that I was taking as well. The very next day, James shows up to take possession of Ellen's personal laptop, her work laptop, and her cell phone and Sam's work laptop at the apartment. No signs of a suspicious persons coming or going from the apartment surveillance, from the CCTV. The only DNA on the knife was Ellen's DNA. 8 stab wounds, and it had looked like, basically if you'd seen, and we can look at the pictures here. I've got one site up here that has some pretty detailed photos, but it maybe had looked like basically when they found her, she was propped up against the kitchen cabinet, and it had looked staged, more or less. Had to be. I mean, especially with the amount of wounds and damage she had sustained. She had some small and some deep wounds, also 2-inch stab wound to the stomach, 2.5-inch gash on her scalp, 10 stab wounds to the back of her neck. Some of the stab wounds to the back of the neck would have made it impossible for her to continue to stab herself. A medical professional said the fatal stab wound was determined to be to the chest well after the stabs, not well after, but right after what would have been stabs to the head and the neck, which would have done enough damage to make basically impossible for her to continue. And they think 2 different knives were involved in the attack, one serrated and one not. Shortly after it was determined to be a homicide, the medical examiner was convinced to change it to self-inflicted at the insistence of police. And of course, we're up to where we are now, where they are looking into this now, interestingly enough. So finally, I mean, we're now at 12 years but you can see some of these autopsy models here showing the damage to this self-inflicted suicide victim. I mean, this one right here to the head would have been the one that would have been deep into the brain. And then you have all of these. Here we got the knife, one of the knives. They don't have two knives. And then the photos with the actual damage to the back of the neck and to the chest here. Pretty insane, to say the very least. But the 911 call, I think, is and she was a beautiful lady. I mean, yeah, 27 years old, first grade teacher. Just, I mean, ridiculous. Like, absolutely sad as hell. Here's the door that was kicked in by Sam. But one thing that is interesting is the 911 call that I'm going to play here from the Grizzly True Crime channel. Again, go give her, I'm sure everybody here does follow her. She's a pretty large channel. But yeah, this is the 911 call that Sam made after making two other calls. And yeah, it's interesting. I'll play this and kind of give my thoughts as we go here, but make sure it's working. Hold on.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come. Help.
4601. The address.
Walk to the right.
Tater.
Help. I need a everything out. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come. Help.
4601
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no. Oh no.
Apartment.
It's an apartment.
What apartment number?
Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell. She's.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie.
You don't know where she's bleeding from? Can't tell where the blood's coming from?
I think her head. I think she hit her head, But it's everywhere.
Okay, sir.
It's everywhere.
Think she might have fallen? Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone.
Philadelphia Fire Department 842. What's the address? No.
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please hurry.
4601 Flat Rock?
Yes.
What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. Do I bring her?
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay, do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her flat on her.
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR?
Yeah, hi, okay. This part right here, because he's like, I'm going to have to get you to do CPR, okay? And then he's like, fuck, I can't really do that because I've already put a knife in her chest, right? Allegedly. And then, like, it's like you could hear him in real time, like, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I'm going to back up here. This is the weirdest fucking, most bullshit part. All of it's bullshit, but...
Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. Do I bring her?
He even kind of laughed there, sort of.
No,
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please hurry.
4601 Flat Rock?
Yes.
What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. Do I bring her?
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay. Do you know how to do CPR?
He's like, I don't see her moving because I don't want to look at her chest. Can we move on?
No.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her flat on her.
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay.
I have to, right?
So get her flat on her back, bare her chest.
God, you know she's talking about the CPR. Listen to this, man.
Okay, you want to rip her shirt off? Okay. Kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Oh my God, she stabbed herself. He's like, wait, the whole time leading up to this.
Okay. Kneel down by her side.
Oh my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell on a knife. Oh, no.
She fell on a knife.
Oh, her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess
Must
so.
be
I
a
don't know where she
difficult
fell on
rush.
it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down. Here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police, which operator?
277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Look at her chest.
Look, he kind of laughed there, dude. Like, what the fuck?
277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Hey, Rich, if you do go back to the very beginning, my sound was fucked up. I'm gonna have to edit that later. Just get through that and I'll restart.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Look at her chest or what area
It's in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, someone's on the way out there.
It looks
Okay,
like it's
just-
right in her
Oh,
heart
my
because she
God.
stuck
Oh,
it in
my
her
God.
How
heart.
old is she?
27.
Allegedly.
27. And there's no sign of life at all? I don't. To her arm.
No, please don't. What?
Dude, there's
Turned to her arm
definitely
and tell me
moments in here that he totally sounds like he's laughing. 100%. He's almost like, it's almost like he can't believe, like, holy shit, they're asking me to do this. Like, and then at one point he said, I have to, right? Do that, Rich. Hell yeah. Thank you for popping in, bud. Really appreciate it. Everybody in here right now really appreciate it. Hit that like, guys, if you're just hanging out randomly. And if you're not subbed up to Publicly Buzzed, please do so. Hit the 3 little dots on the side. Just going to grift here for just a second. And then hit all notifications just so you get all posts from me in the future, guys. Really appreciate everyone for hanging out. But yeah, down in the description, again, you can actually go and, again, sign this Justice for Ellen Ray Greenberg petition. And then there's also this GoFundMe as well that they're trying to raise money for, you know, for legal fees to continue to fight this thing.
She responds to pain.
Ellie! It's not. Her arm, her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means whatever. I mean,
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
it looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks it's a long night.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this stuff.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door, you said latched it shut?
No, I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched. It wasn't like it was locked on the inside. And I'm yelling.
Was your house broken into?
No.
So no one else was
break-in?
there. So, I mean, like, and then she'd had bruises also that seemed like was probably, you know, had happened beforehand. Yeah, this was probably an abusive relationship, and who knows what actually happened that night, or that day or that evening, but whatever happened, absolutely, this dude freaked out, lost his mind. From my perspective and speculation, of what I think possibly could have happened. In his own words, no one came in, no one broke in, right? The cameras see him leaving the apartment, going to the gym. He's gone for like 20, 30 minutes. When he comes back, he can't get in. The door's locked. He has to break it in. And then this is what he finds. He finds Ellen, who has been, murdered. And no one else had been there since he had left. And then the only other option is to chalk it up as self-inflicted. Absolute bullshit.
No sign of a breaking it off. There will be when you get to left, but...
Okay, 4601 Flat Rock, and this is a house, right?
Okay.
Oh
my God. All right.
Okay,
Bye.
So that's interesting too, but let's carry on.
Yeah, that was disgusting. You could hear it in his voice. There was a literal laughter. Here is Ellen's parents, Josh and Sandy Greenberg, who are still fighting 12 years later now, guys. Okay, we just had the 12-year anniversary of this. And luckily it is starting to pick up some steam in the media again, trying to get some, attention on something like this because, everyone, and we all see it, right? I mean, the media picks up what it wants to pick up on, whether it's the Brian Koberger stuff or whether it's, Nikolai Bully, and not that these cases aren't, substantial or need attention, but you can see so many other cases go to the wayside because this stuff is literally happening at all times, all across the world. And it's impossible to keep up with all of it at all. It is absolutely impossible. So, we find something like this, you stumble upon one like this, and again, I know Wandering Orphan in Dago, they had covered this last week. And I know Wandering Orphan has been in this case for a long time. But this is a new one for me. And last night, Pookie's the one that really got me on board to really starting to look it up. We were talking, and I started diving in a little deeper, and she actually sent me the video from Grizzly, and I was like, holy shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's something needs to be done. If nothing else, even if it's just to get it undecided, just if it's that gross of a fix, that's still gross because it's not what it truly is. Somebody needs to be held accountable for what has fucking happened here. Large wound to the top of the victim's head. Victim found seated upright, but blood had dripped sideways across her face. Probably again being seated up, right, from her dying position. Victim appeared to have several bruises at different stages of healing. Fiance's statement: he broke down locked door when crime scene photos show latch still attached to door and frame. So he didn't knock the door down. So that's not even true out the gate. No way. Absolutely. Reviewing the file and the crime scene photos in the medical examiner's photo, I don't know how you come to that conclusion. Says Deandra, at a minimum, the cause of death should have been undetermined. That's what they're fighting for now. Something as gross as undetermined would be a win, a partial win for this family, in the face of their daughter's death. There was evidence the scene had been staged and her body had been removed. The family's private investigator said dried blood would not have dripped sideways across her face if she had died in the position she was found. Despite the blood-soaked crime scene and stab wounds to the back of her skull, however, investigators found no evidence of a struggle in the kitchen area or anywhere else in the apartment. Dr. Marilyn Osborne, a former pathologist at the medical examiner's office in Philadelphia, initially ruled the death a homicide based on the injuries, then backtracked and revised the manner of death to self-inflicted. After conferring with police, according to a lawsuit filed by Greenberg's family against Osborne and the two other pathologists, if there's evidence to support suicide, then they shouldn't withhold everything, Sandy Greenberg said. Put it out to the public to see. Tom Brennan, a former state police trooper for 25 years and a private investigator the family hired almost a decade ago, told Fox News Digital that through depositions in the first lawsuit, the family discovered in 2021 that Greenberg suffered 6.5 centimeter wound to the back of her head after her heart stopped beating. So 10 years later, a decade later, the family gets this news and this information that was being hidden by the state, by Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by the state, but by the area of Philadelphia, and most importantly by these higher ups and people like James Schwartzman, allegedly. You find out a decade later that one of the injuries sustained to your daughter would have happened after her heart stopped beating. A 6.5 centimeter wound to the back of her head. Someone that did this to themselves after their heart stopped beating, miraculously had one more left in them, or many more left in them, the way this reads and looks. It's absolutely ridiculous. Several forensic pathologists, one of the country's leading experts in the field, reviewed Dr. Osborne's findings over the years and found the circumstances strongly suspicious of homicide. The nearby Chester County District Attorney's Office is handling the probe after a series of conflicts involving local and state prosecutors in Philadelphia. Regarding this case, it is still currently being investigated, and we have no further comment at this time. She did not provide a timeline for the investigation's possible conclusion. Of course not. They're going to milk this and hope to God that it doesn't actually catch any kind of like real fire. And I hope it does. I hope that it keeps on growing. So far, so good. It's a wild one. It's really crazy. Amanda, thank you for popping in here. Really appreciate it. Let me look through chat here just a little bit. Lee, thank you for popping in here. Appreciate it. Anybody with common sense whatsoever knows that what they're saying officially did not happen. Absolutely did not happen. There's no way. You cannot convince me of that. Heads should roll over this. Absolutely, Cecilia. Absolutely. Doberdad, it's impossible to inflict these injuries on yourself. Absolutely impossible. Jamie Marshall, thank you for popping in here, brother. Yeah, things don't add up right at all in this. Not at all. And again, down below is a petition. Again, I'm going to hype this up. Sign this. Get this going, guys. Justice for Ellen Ray Greenberg. I'm actually going to do that after this live here tonight. I've had that up really just waiting for this live. And then also, if at all possible, donate possibly to the GoFundMe for medical expenses, for legal expenses, because this is going to be one that they're going to be fighting tooth and nail to make sure they don't. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to bleed these parents dry, even more fucked up. 12 years later, that's their move. Okay. Actually, to bleed the family dry who's trying to get some sort of justice. It's insane. It's absolutely insanity. Let me see here. Let's see what this video shows here. See, hopefully Fox News don't get mad at me using it.
Help! I need everything now. I just walked into my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere. I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched.
Yeah, right out the gate when he calls, he just starts going into his alibi, right? He's not even like going into what actually happened or like what he's looking at or what he's run into. He's like, oh man, I just went down to work out. I definitely wasn't here. I for sure wasn't here. And then I had to fight to get in. You're not going to see that the door's broken down, but I had to fight to get in here.
Help! I need everything now. I just walked into my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere. I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Let's go back a little bit. Apparently, he just didn't run
Real
up there.
quick, I'm gonna, because that's a good comment. Rich buddy, he must not have had any wounds on himself, and so he was not a suspect. In a case like this, he would for sure have wounds for him fighting back. That's all I would want to know. That's all I would want to know to decide this. That is a very good point. You would think in a situation like this that there would have been a struggle there in the kitchen if he was the one that was inflicted this much damage, because she's not going to not be fighting back, whether she has a knife or not, or whether she just has her nails or just her fist to get a few blows off. There would probably be some kind of instance of something. I don't know if the police actually did any kind of internal investigation or any kind of investigation at all into him or get any kind of photos. Literally the next day, they had already decided, from pressure from the police, to decide that this was a self-inflicted event. And then again, like I said, his uncle went in the very next day, scooped up all the laptops, scooped up all the cell phones. They went into basically working on this immediately. But you do make a very valid, good point. Absolutely. Thank you for that.
break down the door and go in. He came up to the door. He was there on the phone for maybe 45 minutes. So he's not really making an effort if somebody's on the other side of the door to bring them aid, is he?
How do you know that?
I'm going to refer that question to Mr. Brennan and to Mr. Pedroza.
Part, if not all, of the emergency call was conducted from the
Yeah, I hate this 911 call. I do. I think the 911 call sounds like complete bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but hopefully something can happen in regards to some sort of justice. Absolutely. Oh no. Did you lose sound? Son of a bitch. Yo. Well, at least you can hear me talking. But yeah. I fucked that up. You couldn't hear any of that? My God. My God.
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Let's go back a little bit. Apparently, he just didn't run up there, break down the door and go in. He came up to the door. He was there on the phone for maybe 45 minutes. So he's not really making an effort if somebody's on the other side of the door to bring them aid, is he?
How do you know that?
I'm going to refer that question to Mr. Brennan and to Mr. Pedroza.
part, if not all, of the emergency call was conducted from the hallway.
He was seen pacing in the hall. You look at the 911 call, you look at the scene, it just doesn't jive. He had those lines practiced before he made entry into the apartment.
I think that Sam had a lot of it memorized of what he was supposed to be doing at the time. He went downstairs to the gym, he came back upstairs, the door was latched, he said it twice. So I think it seemed rehearsed. I didn't think it seemed genuine at all.
Wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
Said latched it shut?
No, I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched.
Oh.
Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside.
Well, was your house
yelling and
broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but to get in.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's possible, or if it's still around, or if they have the surveillance footage to see just him going to the gym and back up and no one else around. Yeah, when Kristen put threads in timeout, that was hilarious. I learned about that after the fact, but Dago saying this was all completely scripted. Yeah, it didn't sound, the 911 call bothers me, man. It really does. That's the same clip there. It really does. The 911 call is just, I mean, he's literally laughing at parts in it. Like, let me go back a little bit here. Make sure you can hear it for fuck's sake. Okay, good.
Philadelphia Fire Department 842. What's the address? No,
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please hurry.
4601 Flat Rock?
Yes.
What's wrong?
I went.
Seeing here Kelly saying that Gavin that has that surveillance footage on his site. I'll check that out. There's some stuff on that site that's actually behind a paywall.
Went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering.
Hey,
So
Susie,
after about
thank you
a
for
half
popping in here. Appreciate it.
hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now, just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay, do you know how to
He's
do
getting to the part
CPR?
right here. He knows he's going to have to mention that there's a knife in her chest. I mean, if she was found sitting upright against the kitchen counter, you would be able to see that out the gate. Like, I'm confused by this.
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her foot
Oh,
on her...
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me
Oh,
over
yeah,
the phone?
hi, sorry.
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off. Okay? You kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper.
Rip
Oh,
it
my
off.
God. She stabbed herself.
Oh my God, she stabbed herself. It's the way he says that. It's the infliction on the entire thing right there, bro.
Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper.
Rip
Oh,
it
my
off.
God. She stabbed herself.
Oh my God.
She fell on a knife. Oh,
She
no.
fell on a knife. Holy shit. 911 operator. It's okay. No, we're good here. No, you probably need to send somebody, but no, it definitely isn't murder. She fell on this. This is self-inflicted, 100%. What the fuck, dude?
Her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down. Here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police with operator.
277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or
Right
what?
there. Did he not? Is it not a laugh? Is that not a laugh? Everyone in chat right now.
Yes.
Right here.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Yeah, I didn't take it out. I don't know if I can do it. It's like as he's saying it, it's like he realizes how ridiculous it is as he's like, because they're approaching this moment of like, well, you're going to have to do CPR on her. We're going to have to try to figure this out. And in his head, you can see in real time, you can almost hear it in his infliction in his voice. In real time, he's going, fuck, fuck, fuck. We're going to come to the point where I have to actually touch and do something to her chest. But I should have already seen this knife. It's going to sound weird on this call. Oh, well, there's a zipper. Oh, whoa, there's a knife in her chest. She fell on a knife. Like, it's so weird and fake, man. Like, and yeah, there's a fucking laugh right there.
That right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area
It's
did
in
it?
It's in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there. Okay, just get.
Oh my God.
How old is she?
27.
27. And
No,
there's no
she's
sign
just
of light
27, bro.
Like, to her arm.
No, please don't. What?
Been turned to her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
Ellie. It's not her arm. Her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means whatever. I mean,
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
it looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks it's a long night.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this stuff.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
I can't believe this, though. The most calmest, I can't believe this.
3 and so long night.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay?
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this stuff.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door, you said latched it shut?
No, I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched. It wasn't like it was locked on the inside.
Yeah, first she stabbed herself, then she fell on the knife. Right, Strychnine? No, he doesn't. That's what pisses you off the most when you're hearing the voice in this call.
Yelling.
Was your house broken into?
It would be awesome to see this one.
No.
So there's
Some
no sign of a
justice, dude.
break-in?
No sign of a break.
Whatever they got to figure out. Whoever they got to interrogate to get some kind of some information here.
Left, but.
Okay, 4601 Flat Rock, and this is a house, right? Okay.
Oh my God. All right.
Okay,
Bye.
So that's in.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's a knife. There's a knife in her chest. She fell on a knife. Absolute fuckface call. Dago, anyone else would have been losing their mind, freaking out, hyperventilating. This guy sounds like he's chilling, smoking a cigar. Pookie, you don't start throwing out theories unless you're guilty right off the bat. Yeah, as soon as he made the call, it was just went right into the alibi. No emotion, Lee. Pamela, thank you for popping in here. No way in hell this was not self-inflicted. I agree. The Dober dad, the latch is easy to do with a simple string. Fat baby Toodles, talking to Dago, Tanya, talking to Dago, Susie, no break-in as it was me. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I hope that we can figure out something, and I hope that we get some more, some more hype on this. Again, this has to get a fire under it to get anything actually rolling. The national news, I wish would start at least, I don't know, like the internet's good and there's a lot of people on YouTube that do a lot of videos like this, but they're few and far between to get like real hype behind them. That's literally the point. Like you have to get a fire underneath these stories. Sadly, that's the world we live in, to get a lot of media attention, to get these fuck faces held accountable for what's going on. Because otherwise it's not going to happen. Okay. These people have a lot of power and a lot of money, and they've done this for a long period of time. And it is sad, and as fucked up as that is the sad state of affairs and that we're in a lot of times, especially in the United States of America, with a lot of cases like this. But you have stuff like this happening all over the world. And again, I wish there was more ways to get good stories out there. But all we can do is try, and that's what we're doing. Channels like Dago out there, The Wandering Orphan, Grizzly True Crime, anybody that's putting any kind of shine on this is doing the right thing currently. And for the parents of Ellen Ray Greenberg, that's what it's about. This is for justice for her. That's what this whole fucking thing is about. Again, down in the description, change.org, go down there and sign that. So they can reach 200,000 signatures. And again, the fundraiser is down in the description as well, folks. Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. I will probably actually be touching base on this again. There is more that I want to get into. And I hope everyone will join me Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time for another Publicly Buzzed live stream. And then again, of course, Fridays, the per usual, the Banger podcast, the Banger live stream rather, with me and my brother Dan, as we usually have a few, and we go over various amounts of true crime and whatever the fuck comes up in chat. Please hit the like before you head out the door. I really appreciate that. Please hit subscribe if you haven't, if you're just chilling, if you're watching this after the fact. Thank you very much. Hit the 3 little dots. Make sure that you have all notifications turned on so you get all my community posts. And to all the members, we have a bunch of new members. We're about to hit 90 members. Really appreciate everybody that's jumped on board with that. You are the real MVPs and the actual literal producers of this content that comes on this channel. And yeah, everybody, I appreciate the hell out of it. I'm going to read through chat just for a second before I break off here for the evening. I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Jacqueline, new name right there. Thank you for popping in here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I heard the laugh as well. Midwest Girl 69. Corruption smells like it to me. Absolutely. Oh shit. Look at that right there. Pamela with the $5 super sticker. Appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you, Pamela. My God. Hell yeah. Hope you have a great week as well, Pamela. Thank you. Seriously. I hope you pop back by for the Thursday stream. Again, Tuesday, Thursday, 9 o'clock, Friday, 10:30. Throughout the week, you never know when I'm going to be coming on. It could be any time, guys. Thank you very much, Dago. Really appreciate it, brother. Jamie, I really appreciate you coming in, man. Appreciate the hell out of it. Threads and Roses, thank you. Yeah, everybody. You guys are the MVPs of this channel. Appreciate the hell out of it. And yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Thank you.